Hi, my name is Vicki Fairchild. We're here again talking with my sister Selma. And today we're going to talk about what special educators can do to support parents and how they can help parents to go through this grief process, but also how they can interact with them and their children in a way that just feels good.
Right.
So I want to ask you, you went through the whole system with Joshua.
Right. Since age 3.
What were some of the things that special educators did that helped you in this process and in the experience of special education?
Well, his first teacher at age 3, which was so helpful for me as a beginning this journey and not knowing much, is I knew she cared.
Okay.
I knew she cared. I knew she was working her heart out. And I knew she loved Joshua.
So you're getting emotional.
Yeah. It was, she was wonderful.
And that was so important to you that she loved your child.
Because when he got on that bus he was so small to get on that bus, I knew he was being taken care of.
And loved by her.
By
wow. Well, that's so profound.
Yeah.
I mean, you strip everything away.
Okay.
You want your child
Yeah.
to be in a situation where he feels loved.
And the bus drivers made him feel loved too. I just have to say that. The bus drivers always were amazing with him. They loved him.
Oh, well, him getting on the bus was always an adventure.
Yeah, so.
So much fun. But that's a good point,
Yeah.
because it starts from that first pickup.
Yeah.
You can't underestimate the power of anyone in the process
Right.
of making that process more enjoyable.
Yeah, he learned on the bus and he learned at school.
Yeah. And just putting your baby, your little 3-year-old, on that bus by handing him over to someone who gave him a smile and you knew cared about him,
Right.
made the whole situation
He was
easier.
safe.
He was safe.
Yeah.
And he was loved.
Right.
As he got older, what are some things that people did to help you?
So I remember his first Christmas program. I believe it was his first, and we have it on film, but I really didn't know what he would do during this Christmas program, because his little part was to take this little package, walk over and give it to a child in a wheelchair.
Okay.
That was his part. And I wondered, is he going to throw it? Is he going to run the other way? What's he going to do? But his teacher was right beside him. He picked up that little package, and with this huge smile, his little funny walk that he had, it was an adorable walk. But he gave it to his, friend, and he kind of jumped like that, and he was so happy because he knew he had accomplished something huge for him.
Right.
And then I just remember hugging him after the program because he was so happy. He understood he had done something really important.
And she had set him up
Yeah.
for that success.
And I know she spent hours with that little walk with the gift
right.
to his friend.
And how much that meant to you
Yeah.
that she helped him to
And
do
then
that.
That Christmas was wonderful to have him do that.
To be included in that program.
Yeah.
What are some other things you can think of?
I can think when he went to a regular school, which scared me because Joshua's communication skills were really low, so he could not come home and say, "Mom, that kid was mean to me," or "I'm sad."
Right.
He wouldn't be able to tell
No.
me. And so giving him to a junior high with a life skills class was extremely scary. And those teachers, angels, they taught him more than I thought he could learn, which
Right.
was really humbling for me
Yeah.
because I underestimated how much he could learn. But a huge thing that they taught him, which he was 13 or 14 at the time, was to walk from the classroom with a note for the office. So he had to walk downstairs. They notified the office ahead of time that Joshua was coming because we did want him, if he got lost, we had to find out quickly. And but he learned and loved to take notes from the classroom to the office. And the office loved him and they greeted him. And of course, he probably gave them a few hugs and high fives. And then he would just be so happy going back
Because he had accomplished
Because
something.
he had accomplished. He had brought a note to the office, which was a huge thing for him. And then they taught him to throw in the cafeteria. They had the life skills class come in earlier than the other kids, taught them how to get their lunch, go through the line. They needed longer to eat.
Yeah.
So then the regular kids would come in during lunch, and they learned to know the names of the life skills class. I'm sure thanks to our life skills teacher and aide and other teachers. And so he would be included even by other friends.
Right.
And then they would help him, and he learned how to do his lunch. He learned to go through the line, and those are life skills.
Right.
And he learned to throw his lunch in the trash. I hope not everything went in the trash that wasn't supposed to, but I'm sure it did. And I do remember as a mom, I was really nervous and really wondered how he was doing. So I actually went to the school and kind of stood in the background while he walked down the hallway. And I had nothing to fear. As he walked down the hallway, he stumbled because he was clumsy. And as he stumbled, some of the regular kids immediately, Josh, here, let me help you up. Hey, buddy, let me help you. High five.
Yeah.
And he got up and he was on his way. They were wonderful.
Yeah. What I'm just struck with is the things that the teacher did to include him appropriately when she could. Now, he was in some mainstreaming classes, if I'm correct. He
Not very many.
Yeah. But he was able to do some of that.
Right. And one of the teachers asked, they had to write a report. So I did ask the teacher, could I write the report and say what I thought Joshua would say? And I got an A. So it was kind of fun. Anyway, and then in high school, one day we got a phone call and the office said, hey, there's a special program today in a half an hour. So there was only time for 2 family members to get there, my brother Doug and I. And thankfully Doug brought his camera because we barely got there in time. And they presented Joshua with the Athlete of the Month award. And not only that, they had him come on stage. And if you know that when Joshua comes on stage, maybe the anxiety and fear go up then because I don't know what he's going to do.
Right.
I don't know if he's going to accidentally fall off the stage or what he's going to do. But what he did was when he walked out, they announced his name and the student body erupted in cheers for Joshua, and he just started jumping up and down. He didn't understand the award he was getting, but he did know that everybody was cheering. Everybody was cheering for him, and my brother got it on camera. We've watched it about 1 million times. But it was beautiful. It was incredible for the school to give him the Athlete of the Month award.
Right.
And I know his teachers had a lot to do with that because they were very hands-on involved with giving them a good experience at the high school.
And having him included, having that inclusion into the whole school.
Yeah, the whole school.
I don't think we realize how powerful that is for parents to be included.
Right. And then his keyboarding teacher.
Oh, wow. He had a keyboarding teacher.
He had a keyboarding teacher. And first I thought he learned more on keyboard than we thought. It helped him with Wheel of Fortune and other things. But anyway, he was a little hard in the class, but the teacher loved him. And she's the one that was instrumental in finding that Joshua did well with a rolling chair. Because he wouldn't always walk where you wanted him to walk. So the rolling chair, actually the rest of our life with him was huge. But she's the one. And at the end of the semester, he really didn't have to take keyboarding again. And she said, I would like Joshua in my class. So he had keyboarding 3 or 4 times with Corey Thomas. And he knew she loved him.
Yeah. I just hear this theme over and over again of teachers, one, pushing him to do things you weren't aware he could do.
Exactly.
That maybe you were a little scared about because...
I underestimated him.
And
But sometimes I was right. Sometimes I was wrong.
Sometimes you're right and sometimes you're wrong.
Yeah.
But being willing to push that.
Right.
But doing it in a way where he could be successful.
Right.
You know, because I think that's one of the things parents fear
Yeah.
is, yes, I want to push my child, but I
Right.
don't want them to get hurt in the process. You know, I don't want them to feel poorly about themselves.
Right.
I want it to be a successful experience.
Yeah. And I believe the life skills teacher and aide and the whole school help with that.
Right.
I found that out one day when it was his birthday, and the lunch ladies gave him a cake.
Oh my gosh. And that's the thing, is that when the successful experience that he had in middle school and high school, it wasn't just the teacher. It was the whole school. It was the aides. It was the office ladies who greeted him
Right.
so warmly when he came in. It was the lunch ladies who embraced
They
him.
loved him.
Yeah.
He loved them. They loved him.
And all of those things combine for a wonderful experience.
It does take working together
Yeah.
a lot, and sometimes a lot of patience, but I was definitely
Yeah.
blessed with extremely
Right.
loving and capable and wonderful teachers in schools.
Yeah. And how important it is for the parent that all those people are involved.
Right. And you need to be involved with them.
Right. And so that when they give that birthday cake, they get a hug.
And they made me cry.
Right.
Yeah. So
But I just hear over and over again this
I call them the lovely lunch ladies.
the lovely lunch ladies that reached out and included your son.
They did.
Yeah. It's wonderful because there are so many things, little things that special educators can do to make this journey, because it is a hard journey.
It is our journey.
This journey more beautiful.
But all of those things I just talked about make those hard days much easier.
Yeah,
Much easier.
much easier.
Yeah.
And that's what we want to do. That's our goal.
Yeah, that's our goal.
Let's all work together.
That's right. Because we have hard days with regular kids too.
Right.
So
But all those little kindnesses add up and give you strength and
they
courage.
do. They give me a lot of strength and hope and just, man, you just feel good.
Right. All right. Well, thank you so much. I hope that everyone watching has thought a little harder about these things that we can do to support people going through this process, because those are some beautiful stories.
Oh, thank you.
That I am going to carry in my heart the rest of my life.
And I still carry them in my heart.
Yeah.
All of them.
Thank you.